Hello YouTube and welcome to my team builder for the week 8 match of season 4 of the PBF. I am PokeTie90, the coach of your Dallas Stars, and I appreciate anyone who is still watching this abysmal season that we've been having. I think it goes back 1 to the draft and 2 to my inability to use Mega Altaria at all well. But you will see we are 2-5, and one of those wins was a forfeit we received. So not particularly proud of our performance thus far, but hopefully we will make something happen here in week 8. Week 8 we are up against the Weezings, not doing whatever that word is. The Weezings, coached by Curtis Smith 9. He is also 2-5. His team, it looks like he dropped a ton of his team here. Towards the end of end of week 6 was the last that one could drop or add. So it looks like he changed a lot of his team around, because this doesn't really add up to these numbers unless he got hazarded out a lot. But anyways, currently his team is Mega Heracross, Clefable, Rotom Wash, Cloyster, Fortress, Tyrantrum, Hitmonchan, Victini, Bisharp, Ambipom, and Trevenant. So not a speedy team was the first thing that I noticed. Ambipom, who's not a huge threat, 115, and then Victini 100, and then everything else, I think 86. Rotom Wash, I think, is his next fastest mon. So, doesn't have the speeds there. Also, was there a ground type? I feel like that was another thing I noticed. Yeah, no ground type. And our roster has not changed for a couple, I think since like week 5-ish, 4, 3 even. I think 3 was when I picked up the Ludicolo and the Aerodactyl maybe. But anyways, our team is Mega Altaria, Excadrill, Milotic, Blissey, Galvantula, Hitmontop, Ludicolo, Hippowdon, Darmanitan, Aerodactyl, and Yanmega. So, without further ado, our team building. So we have first Altaria Knight, Natural Cure. We are 12 speed to speed creep things that are going to speed creep me with 0 or 4 speed. So they're going to have one more than my 4 speed, which would be 8 speed, so I have 12 speed. Because a lot of his team is in that range that they could do that. But otherwise, max special defense and max defense plus nature. Dragon Dance, Roost, Return, and Heal Bell. Back to his roster real quick. We'll jump back to his roster. Who does he have who can take fairy attacks? Fortress, Victini. So those two. Victini is, this isn't for those two, but for the other 9, this is good. I have the Heal Bell to take care of status. I have Roost at Dragon Dance. I can set up for days. Those 2 are out of the way. This can really put in some work. I think that Altaria could definitely work this match. Secondly, I have Excadrill with Choice Scarf. Choice Scarf Excadrill can outspeed the majority of his team. This particular set will outspeed anything Scarfed except for the Victini and obviously Ambipom. And also it won't outspeed a timid Scarfed Rotom Wash, which I don't expect. So I was happy with this. The Mold Breaker and the Adamant nature. The reason that I have this combination of Adamant, Max, Scarf, Mold Breaker, not so much the Scarf, but the Mold Breaker, the Adamant attack, Earthquake has a chance to one-shot Rotom Wash, and with Rocks Up, I believe it is guaranteed to one-shot Rotom Wash because the Mold Breaker lets my Earthquake hit it. I also have Iron Head. I have Aerial Ace for the for my best damage against Mega Heracross. With Rocks, I think I have a chance to one-shot it with that. And then Rapid Spin. 212 speed, again, to outspeed his next fastest mon, so this will outspeed Jolly Scarf Tyrantrum. That was what I aimed for. I'll also outspeed everything else Scarfed on his team, as I said before, but that was what was made for with that. The special defense proc is because I don't want to extras I want to throw in HP. Oh, it was the same thing with Altaria. I don't want to put an HP in case he's pain splitting with Rotom Wash, so he's not getting as much with that. So there's the Excadrill. We have Focus Sash, Aerodactyl. I think this is going to be my lead in many scenarios. But Stealth Rock, Stone Edge, Aerial Ace, and Roost. Stealth Rock is obviously, I need someone on my team with Stealth Rock. Stone Edge, strongest hit. Aerial Ace for the Heracross. And then Roost for longevity. And if I do switch in, if I can Roost on a predicted switch and survive a hit and then take it out with, well, or do major damage with Stone Edge or Aerial Ace. So that's why Roost is there. I'm at 136 plus speed. I outspeed a speed plus Ambipom. Rest and attack, special defense again. Just because I'm not taking things from physical attackers either. Some special defense, help me take a Volt Switch better. Things like that. Fourth, I have Milotic, Flame Orb, Marvel Scale, Recover, Scald, Toxic, and Haze. Haze is going to help if he is a Calm Mind, Clefable. So Haze will stop that. It can also help if I'm in against Tyrantrum and he ends up being Dragon Dance. I might be able to help that. The Flame Orb is going to help me take a lot of hits because I am max defense plus, max special defense, 4 in the special attack down nature. This is meant to be fat. I can Toxic, I can Scald and get burns if I need to fish for that. Recover for days, Haze. Happy with, this very fat thing. Next, and also fatness over Victini, because Victini is definitely the biggest threat on his team. We have Ludicolo. Leftovers, own tempo because no one's drinking water. HP Fire for Fortress. If he has Fortress, I might lead this. HP Fire does a ton to him. So I think I'm going to do that. Also, this is a great switch in because I can't be Leech Seeded on the switch and he can't really touch me with anything. I'm not particularly fast, so it's not like, and I resist Steel, so that's not going to work. Power Up would be the strongest. It's a neutral hit. But I have Leech Seed of my own. Once his grass is out of the way, I can get a switch, and even if it's something like, I don't think he'll switch Victini in, but anything that is not grass, I can set up a Leech Seed on. So there's that. And Scald, coverage and potential for burn. I thought about Hydro, but Hydro doesn't one-shot Victini. I always get wrecked by him. I just would rather not miss reliable damage with a chance of burn for Scald. And then finally, the last mon on the team is the Darmanitan. Given his speed tiers, Adamant 204 speed lets me outspeed all non-Scarfed, non-Victini, non-Ambipom. I'm not running a Scarf because I think it'll be important for me to be able to switch my moves. And I could actually get a sweep with this guy in this match. I am going to be Life Orbed. That might come back to bite me if he does get Rocks up. Who does he even have who can use Rocks? Clefable, I think, learns Rocks and not the 3rd gen. I think he gets moved to Rocks somewhere, or 4th gen Rocks maybe. Fortress, of course, Tyrantrum. Yeah, so he has lots of Rocks. Those 3, I think they're the only 3. Oh, Trevenant was something with Leech Seed earlier. I forgot to mention that. But yeah, so if he has Rocks up, Rocks plus Life Orb could be trouble, but Flare Blitz, U-Turn, Earthquake, Toxic, that 4th move was not really... it wasn't really important, and I decided Toxic would be good if he has something fat. If he switches in, well, one, if Clefable's not Magic Guard, it's fine. If I'm not sure on a prediction, Rotom Wash wouldn't be the worst thing for Victini, although Earthquake would be better. But if he has Rotom Wash, I can't go for Earthquake. So if I do go for Toxic and he doesn't switch Wash and he switches in Victini instead, there's that. Yeah, so that is the team. I am feeling good about this match. I really hope that I can set Mega Altaria up to finally have some success because I'm awful with it. But anyways, let me know what you're thinking. I'm gonna down below, who do you think is going to be the MVP? And I am going to have the match here in just a few minutes, and then I'll be able to upload it very soon as well. So thanks for continuing to cheer on your Dallas Stars, and I will see you guys soon.